Good morning, YouTube. Mark here. I'm continuing my my training for a multi-day hike that I've got coming up. Again, I've got no backpack on today. In this park here, there's a lot of hills. This park is called Big Hills Park. It's just north of Beloit. They've got trails here, but I haven't been able to find any downloadable PDF maps or anything like that to indicate where the trails are going. So I know that they're here, I just need to find them. But I got an app on my phone now, and it's called All Trails, and there's a feature on there that actually, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it or not, but right there is a record button. So I'm hoping that hitting that record button is going to track my movements through the park, and I'll be able to basically document where these trails are and where they're headed and stuff. This park is named Big Hills. In this park, they actually had a ski jump here. Okay, that's how steep these grades are. Ski jump was way over on that side of the park, and it's no longer in existence, but they still have an area cleared out of where it used to be. I've even done some research online, and I'll show you throughout the video, especially once we get over by where the jump used to be. I'll show you old pictures of what that ski jump actually looked like. I actually found some images online, thanks to the Beloit Historical Society. So let's just get going and start hiking. It's been a long time since I've actually spent any amount of time in this park, so I'm really anxious to see, what's been going on. This is a big park. It's like 197 acres, I think it was. There's pavilions you can rent, conference rooms you can rent. There's a couple of playgrounds. They've got a sand volleyball court. They've got a softball field. I mean, they've got a ton of stuff here. One of the interesting things is back when they first originally purchased this was, gosh, I want to say it was back in the late 1800s, 18 something. But when they purchased this, it was going to be a memorial park for World War I veterans, okay? And there are a few things around here that indicate that it is a memorial park. But one of the things that they did is they built these really big, huge stone, almost like fireplaces. And there's actually a couple of them still standing today. In fact, that little clearing over there, there's one that's over there. There's another one just a little farther down. I think there's like 4 or 5 of them total. I'll just get a couple of snapshots and I'll show you those real quick. But yeah, let's just get on the trail and let's see what this park has. I'm really excited to do this. And I'm just hearing woodpeckers all over the place. Let's get going. Okay, so I haven't gone very far. My truck is like right over there. And I've got basically, it looks like 3 trails. I got one that's going off this way, kind of down the side of the building here. I've got another one that's just kind of over here. And then I've got another one here, and I think that one there is going to go into that that fireplace area. I'm not going to go that way. I want to take this one here. I don't know where it's going. I've never been down that trail ever in my life. I didn't even know it was here. So let's go see where it goes. Well, as you can see, you get a good view of the river right away. Lots of fallen wood here. Nothing major. All right, coming up right on the ledge here. So like I said, that's pretty steep. And I'm also seeing this right here. I mean, that's a pretty paved area. Alright, coming on my first set of steps here. I didn't know anything about this path. I actually wonder how far it goes up that way, so let's go check it out. Now I know many years ago that there was a train system that actually went through here. I'm kind of curious. I think this is what the rails would have been on. So I'm actually walking this wide path here. I'm actually thinking this is the old train line. I really think so anyway. Man. I mean, yeah, that's real steep. Like I said, I've never been on these trails, not in any recent history. I've never been on this, so I have no idea where I'm going. Okay, well, I've already reached a fork in the road. I got this path here that kind of circles around. Got the path here that keeps kind of going straight. I'm seeing a yellow sign up there and I don't know exactly what that is. This trail looks like it just loops around. It goes to the back of that green structure over there. So I say we just keep going straight. Okay, so that sign was basically what I thought it was. It was going to be you know, you're on private property, but the trail actually curved, and I think it's running down the property line right now. All right, what's going on here? Again, another fork. I got one branch going off this way, another one turning and going down that way. But I don't see any yellow signs here. I say we turn and go down that way. Well, I just came from right up there and came down this little path here. And it basically just came into this this little opening here. There might be a path going off that way, but you know what? That's too close to that private land line, so I'm going to go back up to the main trail up here and keep heading that way. Stumbling a lot today. Lots of little roots and rocks and stuff sticking out of that little trail. Okay, back up to the regular trail and keeping on my way here. Well, it looks like all this little trail did was just come out to the green buildings. Oh darn it, I was hoping for a little bit more than that. Alright, yeah, I think these are like ranger stations. So I got an employee car over here. So I say we turn around and go back. Well, I have to admit that that little trail up to the top up there, it was actually kind of a letdown. I mean, it didn't really go anywhere. I know that there's more park that direction, and I don't know why they couldn't continue a trail that way. Alright, well, I have a feeling I know where this is going to go. It's going to get closer and closer down to the river, and I'll end up at the bottom of Big Hill. But for now, I'm just walking and enjoying myself. Beautiful day, bright blue skies today. So yeah, I'm happy to be out here. I've been hearing tons of birds. You might be able to hear ducks in the background out there squawking. And hearing the woodpeckers. I've seen blue jays and cardinals and everything just flying all over. Of course, you know me, can't get a picture of them. Alright, let's keep going down this old rail line. I'm almost certain that's exactly what this is. It's just an old rail line. I just took a picture from the end of the wall right over here of the little bit of a mossy rock outcropping, and I'm coming up on a bend down here, and it circles around and goes closer to the river. But I just saw this little trail here, and I'm looking down there, and I'm seeing a couple more of those fireplaces. I want to go check them out, so let's go down this trail. Like I said, this is a lot steeper than it looks. You know what? I'm going to put my camera away until I get down there. Ever have one of those days where you turn on the camera and you think it's recording and you find out it's not? So I've been coming down this little thing here. Hit one of these nice moss-covered rocks that are up in this area. Almost landed on my ass. Luckily that, that little tree right there, I was able to hold on to it, keep my balance. But I'm about halfway down. As you can see, I'm getting closer to there's one there, little stone fireplaces. But I happen to look down and there's actually a path cut. So more than likely I could have stayed up there, circled all the way around, and came down on a nicer path. What are you going to do, right? Alright, let's get down there and look at these fireplaces. Okay, so there's the path I should have been on. But the fireplace is over here, kind of behind these trees. So let's walk over here and figure it out. Well, people have been down here. There's a couple of soda cans in there. But yeah. Now you can use these. These aren't here just for looks anymore. You are allowed to throw wood in there and make a nice little fire. So the other one is over there on the other side of those fallen timbers. So let's go over there and take a look at it. Alright. So this tree, when it fell, it actually hit the fireplace. That looks like a place where someone might hide a geocache. Or that little spot could also be where, you know, something is building its home. Alright, let's get down there to the main trail and get out of this mucky muddy stuff. I like that idea. Alright, so now I've got another decision to make. Those two fireplaces I saw were just up in this area here, and I'm down on the trail, and this here circles around, goes around that way, or I can stay and just go up that way. And I don't know what the difference is. I don't know if these trails meet. So let's just go that way. Okay, so I'm thinking that this is still part of that old rail line, and that this will just circle around and take me up to the level up there, which I basically came down from when I was going towards those fireplaces. So I'm pretty sure, because the other trail is right over here. So I'm thinking as the train line came down this way, circled around, goes that way, circles around and comes back up on that level. There's a bunch of geese right over in there, right over here. They're just squawking and squealing and okay, it looks like I'm coming up to the roadway, and remember how the path that was up on the hill, it has come down, it's right over there, and then the path that would have, you know, if I had circled around, it's right there. But it looks like all three of these are kind of merging onto the roadway. Now the trail on that side, I know for sure it does keep going. And then the trail on this side has come down right into this area here, and it's meeting up. So basically there's a couple of ways you can do it. Now if I started down here, I could have went all the way down there, circled back, come back on this one, and now I could go up this way and go up to the, climb the railroad path up that way. But being that I'm down here, I'm just going to stay down here. I'm going to get on the trail on that side and continue northward. Nice little snake hole. I'm being surrounded. There's just stagnant water down here. And there's a bunch of geese down there. But then I've got geese on this side, actually on the river. Geese can actually be quite menacing. They'll charge at you, run at you, hiss at you. So I'm just going to move real slow. They're really freaking out because I'm walking through here. But no joke, there's like 20 out here. There's like 10 in the little flooded area over here. The ones that are over here aren't making much noise. It's all the ones over here that are making the noise. Coming up on a bridge. I was coming up on the bridge here, and I happened to look over and saw this little walking path going off this way. Maybe if this does what I think it's going to do, I think it's going to keep going, lollipop, and then I'll come back this way, and then we'll go up that way. Sounds like a plan to me. And then right after the bridge, there was another trail. Lots of trails around here. I'm going to right now stay on the established trail. The old rail line, basically. Okay, I've gotten kind of away from the river a little bit. There's actually a cornfield over on this side of me. And there's basically a cornfield on that side of me. But it looks like I'm coming up on a road, but I don't know if the trail actually continues on. I think the park ends at this road. But I might have to do some investigation and see if that is by chance any type of an established trail. I don't think it is. The Big Hill Park walkway that comes down through here, it's actually called the Peace Trail. Part of the Rock County Park System. This is basically the end of the line at the road. There's plenty of parking down here, so you can feel free to put your car on the side of the road. But I do see tire tracks going down the line farther. But I don't think that's for us. I think that's private land. Stay off of it, stop at the road, turn around and go back. Let's go look at those other smaller trails now, huh? Another thing you want to consider when you're coming out here, there's a lot of standing water, marshy land. So I'm doing this in early spring, no bugs right now. But man, if you come down here when it starts warming up, it's just going to be a mosquito fest. They will literally pick you up and take you away. So if you have any ideas of coming to the Big Hill Park and walking the trails, make sure you're bringing bug spray. I have a feeling it would be a necessity around here. Well, this is about as far away as I can get you. And now you're starting to see my tripod. People wonder how I get steady shots while I'm hiking. This is how. I take my tripod, stick it in there, and then I just support the tripod with one arm. It still moves a little bit, but I've seen worse. Okay, we're coming up on the side trail that was on this side of the bridge, on the far side, closest to the road. It'd be the technically the second one, I guess. The one where we don't have to cross the water. How about that? So let's go down this little side path and see where it goes. Ooh, lollipops. Okay, let's go this way. Well, the trail didn't last long. It's basically just curving around. I mean, that divide, that fork, it's right down there. So yeah, it's just kind of circling around and going back. But I'm still gonna walk it. I want to try to walk as much of this trail as possible. Oh, hey, look at that. It came out to the other trail, but the fork is down that way. There's more trail going down this way. You betcha. Let's go look at it. Let's see where it goes. All right, I think I'm getting close to the end here. It's just like a little peninsula that I think is sticking out. Oop. I'm always tripping. I'm too busy looking at stuff. Well, the trail does keep going down that way, but looks like it also comes right up to the shoreline here. Actually, this wouldn't be a bad little canoe or kayak launch area or pull inside. There's a golf ball down there. Oh, half buried too, so it's been sitting there for a while. All right, I'll show you the geese over here. Okay, I'm going to keep going down the path here. I'm having a feeling that it's just going to be maybe a couple of fishing sites or something like that, but let's go check it out. So I've walked maybe a couple hundred feet from that other section over there, and this is what the trail has turned into. It's looking more like a game trail, but it's heavily used. So, and it just turns to soup. So I don't think I'm going to go any farther. I'm just going to turn around from here and go back. I have a feeling though this will come out to the same road that was over in that area where the park ended. So yeah, getting out of the soup, heading back. Okay, back on the main trail, crossing over the big red bridge. But now I want to step off onto the little side trail here and see where that path goes. Let's go. Okay, this little bridge isn't as stable as you think. I mean, yeah, you can bounce on it pretty good. All right, let's see where this trail goes. Once you come off the bridge, it does stay mucky and muddy for a little while, but it looks like I'm already coming out to a road. Now this road, if I was to turn right, or in this direction south, it will go down to that roundabout where all three of the trails met up. You know, where I was on the train lines down there. So yeah, down that way is where all that is. So I did turn around and head south on the road, and as you can see, it does go down to the roundabout. So that's all the farther you can go on your car. But I wanted to come down here and see if I might be missing a fireplace. So we'll get down here and turn around and walk up the road. All right, I'm actually glad I came down here now. No fireplace or anything like that, but this was the area of the ski jump. Basically, we're at the bottom of it. So yeah, the roundabout where the cars can come down and just circle around and go back up. This is the bottom of the ski jump. You see a little platform up there. That's the midway part of the ski jump. So basically, this is basically the area where they'd be landing, okay? The road that we're on will actually go that way, and it will actually circle around and come back up, and it will be up by that platform, and you can stand out on the platform and look over the river, which we will do, but we need to get up there first. No, I'm not doing that. No, 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 no. Don't you dare damn beg. I am not climbing that. All right, that's a lot steeper than it looks. I've done it before, and I ain't going to do it now. So we're going to take the long way. A guy on a scooter just went by me not too long ago, which to me, riding these little roads around the park are pretty fun on a motorcycle and scooter. I think it's my friend Brent. I haven't seen him for a long time, so I don't know. I tell you, he went by me again, and it looked a hell of a lot like Brent, but he didn't stop to say anything, so must not be him, but it looked a hell of a lot like him. Anyway, this is the lower area. There's a pavilion here, there's playground equipment here, there's bathrooms down here. I might take advantage of that. Hopefully the bathrooms are open. Well, shucks. No bathrooms down here. I could have swore there was. But there's something kind of cool down here. I'm at the pavilion, but there's a little road that goes down over here and it dead ends. But it hikes back a little farther, and I want to show you something. Alright, so I've walked past the pavilion just on this little pathway here. There is a building over here, and I don't know if that's private land or if it's owned by the county, and I don't think it's part of the park. But what I wanted to show you was this cool gate. Yeah, you know, stone columns, rocks sitting on the top. So at one point there was something here. Now there is a fence that runs right along over here. That's private land, you can't go up on that. And there is a little bit of a trail here. I don't know, I think we should walk it. What do you think? Yeah, I think so. So yeah, I just barely start the little side trail here and there's deadfall in the way. Oh well, easily gone around. So truthfully, these little side trails, I don't know if they're actually part of the park or not. These might just all be game trails. Just heavily used game trails. Because I think this is just going to come right up to the road again. Fence is going to go up the hill that way. The path goes straight across. Step over the big log. And yeah, it looks like it just comes out to the road. Darn it. So maybe the only true trail in this park might be that big wide main trail that I was on earlier. Because it seems like whenever I get on one trail, it just meets up with the road. But wait, maybe not. The trail actually crosses the road. Yeah. And there's actually a culvert system there, so I think that's to indicate it's a walking trail. Time for a hill climb. This hill is no joke. I mean, I'm not doing 3,000 feet or anything like that, but it is fairly steep, and when you're not used to it, it can just rip you apart. Now, the hill at the Big Hill Park is actually the 7th largest hill in North America, I think. So yeah, this is no little cakewalk hill. It's not a mountain, but it's a big ass hill. Whew. I made it up the hill and I'm sweating. Ooh. Definitely need to get out here and do this more often. Because I know there are going to be hills like that during my hike. Whew. And I don't have a pack on. Oh, I wonder where this trail goes. I guess we'll find out together, won't we? Fork in the road. Alright, so I've just been coming down that trail. Now, to my right is a small little trail, but it goes up into the education center up there. So I'm not going to go that way. If I was to go straight, it basically goes right into the road. I think the path continues on, but that might be for another day. So I might just turn left here and go back towards the park, the upper park area, and the truck. I'm ready to stop right now. So turning left and heading towards the park. Okay, so I'm up at the basically the upper park area. Just used the bathroom over there, disgusting as hell. Pavilion here that you can rent. Playground equipment, as you can see behind that. There are, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a sand volleyball court right over there. And then there's a big open field. And basically when I came in on this road, and then I'm just going to follow it this way and around to my truck. Alright, I can't end the video yet. I promised you guys a view from the ski jump area, so I gotta go partially down the hill again to get to it. But yeah, this big open field, like I said, there's a sand volleyball court right over there. And then the big open field over here is the softball field. But hey, there's another fireplace over here. Let's go look at it. So you can see by the carved stone there at the top, and all these fireplaces were built at the same time, and that was 1937, and that's basically when this place was in full swing. Okay, so we just gotta walk around down the road a little bit and we'll be to the overlook where the ski jump used to be. Yeah, I was coming down the road to the platform, the overlook. Came across another chimney. Someone spray painted all over it. Really, people? Come on, grow up. Oh, the sun's getting bright again. Okay, so the platform that we're on is the one that we saw down at the bottom of the hill. Now keep in mind, this was the halfway point. Basically, this was the start of the landing area. Okay, so let me show you the view from up here. It's pretty nice. Okay, so when we were down at the bottom of the hill, I set the camera up on basically that rock right about there. And yeah, it just kind of shot up. So yeah, this is a pretty steep embankment. It really is. I mean, it might not look like it on the camera, but it's pretty steep. Nice view, isn't it? Not me, of course, the actual view. Pretty sweet. And then going this way, I'll swing you around. This was the area where the ramp was actually built. Okay, the ramp was like 61 feet. I don't know if that's right or not. But it started way back by those trees, past the clearing and everything. That's where it was built, going up 61 feet. And then it would end basically about where this platform is. And I think the record held here was 221 feet. I'll have to double check that. But yeah, I think the record was 221 feet. The ramp was disassembled and taken away to another location where I believe it's still used to this day. I want to go up into that grassy area over here and see if I can find any mounting, stuff, like a slab of concrete or anything like that. So yeah, that's the run. I'm not seeing anything on the ground that indicates any type of structure was ever built here. I'm not seeing any concrete slabs or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, basically straight up here, there's a few limbs growing here now, but go straight up 60 some odd feet. And then you make your run towards the end of the jump, which is right by that platform down there. And yeah, that was, I think that'd be really cool to come out here and see something like that. Kind of wish that they would rebuild some sort of tower back there to reach that 61 feet, just as an observation deck. To see exactly what the skiers were seeing as they were going down. Now, another thing, in some of the pictures I've been showing you, you'll see cars parked at the bottom of the hill. That's where the circle is down there. That's basically where all the cars were parked. So, yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, see you at the truck. My lowest elevation was right around 600 feet. And my highest was about 830 feet. So there's actually a 230 foot difference. Now I heard it was only 90, but that might have been something else. So I could have been wrong on that. So yeah, 230 feet of elevation, both down and back up. I walked about 4 miles and took a little over 2 hours. Truthfully, that's not bad, considering I was stopping, I was taking pictures, I was doing this, doing that, walking away from the camera, coming back and getting the camera, just shots like that. So yeah, that's not actually bad, 4 miles in 2 hours. Well, this is Mark saying thanks again for watching. I'll see you on the road.